Hello everyone and welcome. So here I am with another interesting topic that we are going to discuss and learn about. In our previous video, we have covered some of the topics that were related to the computer security, and in this video we are also going to talk about on a topic on a terminology that is also related to computer security. And I am sure that you are familiar with this word, that is a virus. So in this video we are going to discuss about computer virus and its common type, along with how we can prevent our systems from a computer virus. So let's start the video. First thing, here we have to understand that what is a computer virus. It is a kind of a malicious software written intentionally to enter computer without user's permission or knowledge. So it is a first thing, it is a type of malicious software. Malicious is something that have a bad intention, right? That may harm some of the programs, some of the files into our system. So it is a malicious software that intention is bad, that get or enters into our computer without the permission of a user or without the knowledge of a user. It may disturb the normal working process of our computer. So when our computer is infected by a virus, it can affect the working of a computer. We can see some symptoms like our computer may slow down, or it hangs often, it starts on its own, it restarts on its own, or some file may get deleted by its own. So there are some of the symptoms that may appear, and these are related to the computer virus. Some viruses do little, but other can replicate and cause severe harm or affect the program and performance of a system. Now, some viruses can harm a little bit, but here are some viruses or some type of viruses that can severely harm our systems or performance, you can say. And what they do, they replicate. Now, what is the meaning of replicate? Replicate means to make the exact copy of the same thing. It is from the word replica or replicate, right? So they can make the exact same copy of themselves, or we simply can use the word reproduce. So it can get into many of it, and by this they can affect the working of our computer system. Now here the question arises that how this type of a virus spread, or how the virus spreads, because it is a thing that cannot be get into our computer, right? So there is something by which the computer get into our computer system or enters our computer system. So what are these means? And we can say how the virus spreads. So here are four major things. Number one in this category is infected flash drives and CDs. Through infected, by the use of infected flash drive, that is your pen drive, right, and CDs. Second is pirated software. Third, through network and internet, and last by email attachments. So let's go through these all four categories one by one. Number one is infected flash drives. So how infected flash drive can spread the virus? These are the most common ways of virus spreading from one computer to another. Through an infected computer and using a CD, DVD or flash drive, viruses can easily be copied on them. Any use of these removable mediums by the user at any time in the future will most likely infect any computer it is used with. When we insert an infected flash drive in the USB port and open it, the virus start activation, and common notable changes will appear in our computer system. The only way to properly clean such infected medium is to perform a low level format if possible. So this is how, if we are using any of the infected flash drive or CD, simply our virus may get into the other computer. Now the second is pirated software. What is pirated software? Pirated software is an unauthorized copy of legitimate software. Gaining illegal access to protected software by any means is also known as software piracy. Pirated software usually contain viruses The website that offers us the pirated software may be infected with a virus. Once we start downloading the software, it will be installed in our system without our knowledge. So this is how a pirated software can spread a virus. 3 is the networks and internet. Files on a and networks and internet files shared on a network and downloaded directly from the computer or the internet are among the fastest growing source of computer virus infections, because nowadays we are relying on internet very much. So this is the fast growing source for the spreading of the virus. If there is any infected computer in the network, so exchanging file with such a system may infect your computer system. There is also a possibility that if we visit the infected website and download any file from this website, then the virus may transfer into our computer system and may harm our files, or you can say the programs or working or the system. Last is the email attachments. So how email attachment? Most of the viruses that spread the computer are delivered through attachments. These attachments are sent via emails, most often from people we know. Email infected with a virus usually appear like any normal email in the inbox. When the user opens the email and the attachment, the virus executes itself and will begin to infect the computer system and other files on the computer and will erase or change information. Most commonly, the viruses are spread from downloading any attachment available in the emails. So this is how virus spread. Now we are going to discuss about the common types of viruses. There are multiple types of viruses, but here we are going to discuss some of the types that are the resident virus, boot virus, Trojan or Trojan horses, Jerusalem or logic bomb or time bomb. So these three are the name of a single virus. We can either call it Jerusalem or logic bomb or time bomb. Then we have Michelangelo and Sircam. Let's get into the detail of each one by one. First we have the resident virus. By the word resident, you mean resident is residency, where something resides, where something is present, right? So resident virus, this type of a virus is permanent, which dwells in the RAM memory. What does it mean? It is a permanent virus that stays or lives or resides in the RAM of a computer. And what does RAM contain? RAM have a record, or it even it have all the data of the current processes. So if a virus resides in RAM, it overall you can say slower down the working of processes. It corrupts files and programs that are opened, copied, renamed, etc. So all the current operations that can be performed may be affected by a virus, and that is your resident virus. Second in this category is boot virus. So what is a boot? Booting is a process of starting or restarting of your computer system. When you start or restart your computer, it is known to be the boot or booting, right? So what booting process do? It first from the hard drive, it uploads all the important files that are required for the working of the process, or you can say the task that you are going to perform on your computer, into the RAM. And if the booting doesn't happen properly, so the computer will not process all the task properly. So booting is a process of starting and restarting of your computer. Now what is a boot virus? This type of virus affects the boot sector of a hard disk, which is a crucial part of a hard disk. So the virus that is specifically affecting the booting process or the boot sector of hard disk is known to be a boot virus. Number 3, Trojans or Trojan horses. We may call them Trojan, or sometimes we call Trojan horse. So what is it? It is a destructive program that disguises itself as a valuable and useful software available for download on the internet. So it simply appears as a very useful and valuable software, it disguises itself, though it is a harmful software because it is a virus, but it pretends or it presents itself as a valuable and useful software that is available for download on the internet. And they do not replicate, they do not produce, reproduce, or make their own copies, but still they can be as harmful as other viruses. Then we have logic bomb or time bomb, or we can also call this virus as Jerusalem. What does it mean? A logic bomb is a piece of code intentionally inserted into software that will set off a malicious function when specified conditions are met. So if you can focus on the name of this virus, logic bomb, time bomb. So logic mean any condition, a specified condition you can say, and time, obviously it is related to the time. So whenever any time related or a condition related virus is inserted, or you can say it is written into a piece of code, and when the specific condition or the time comes, this virus can even affect the whole system. Example, if a programmer may hide a piece of code that starts deleting file from the company's database when the user opens a specified file. So this is how it works, that they may hide a piece of code into a specified condition. Like in this case, they have written hide the piece of code into a file, and when the user access this specific file, what will happen? The virus will delete all the company's database. So it either work on a condition or on a time. And the second is, viruses often contain logic bomb that execute at a predefined time or when some condition is met. Some viruses attack their host system on specific dates, right? Trojan that activate on certain dates are called time bomb. So that is when the Trojan horse or when the virus is related to dates, it is known as time bomb, because it is time specified, that on this specific time period this thing will happen, so it is related to the time bomb. Next we have Michelangelo. Michelangelo is also a time bomb, but it is specified. What is it? It is one of the types of time bomb virus that format all the data files on March 6. So it is also a time bomb, but it is specified that on every March 6th of the March, it will formats all the data files. So it is predefined, it works on a predefined time, that is time bomb, but specifically it works on the date, that is March 6th. So this is Michelangelo. Last we have Sircam. It travels as an attachment with email messages and usually replicate itself by automatically emailing itself to dozens of people in victim's email address book. First, whenever this virus get into our computer system, so it accesses the email address book of the host, right? And from this address book, it automatically emails itself to dozens of people, right? Because it replicates, it produces its own same exact copy, and it travels as an attachment with the email message. So the the virus that is specifically related to emails is known as Sircam. Now the question is safeguard against viruses, or we may simply use the statement that how we are going to prevent from these viruses, or how we are going to save our computer system from viruses. To prevent damages, virus protection and removal programs have become compulsory for our computer system. For this purpose, a program called Antivirus is used. For the prevention of viruses, we use antivirus. Anti is the opposite of virus, right? It is to prevent our computer system from viruses. And there are multiple antiviruses program, and some of them are given here below as examples, like Avast, Eset, McAfee, Fstore, Kaspersky, Avast, and Norton, etc. We have multiple antiviruses programs. Here are some of them. So what is an antivirus? It is a program that is capable of locating, preventing and removing malicious programs from a computer. So what does it do? It is capable of, first thing, locate where the where the virus is actually residing, preventing, or if a virus can attack your computer system, so it can even prevent it or even remove the programs from your computer virus. So it doesn't only just detect or prevents, it can locate the virus if it is enters inside your computer system, or if it is going to enter, it can prevent it, or it can remove the malicious programs. As the name itself suggests, has proved to be a very useful means of protecting computer from harmful viruses. And by this we say, hence it is essential to update antivirus software, because the viruses may update. We can get a variety of virus every single day. We get to know that there is a new virus, it can affect like that. So by the creation of such viruses, we can go with the updation of our antiviruses programs. How antivirus works? It executes in the background to keep computer safe from viruses. So it works on the background of our computer system. If a virus is detected, the computer shows a warning message and confirms us if the infection should be quarantined, removed, ignored, or moved. So first thing, we get a warning message that even you have observed that if you have antivirus in your computer system and you are going to access a specific type of a website and there is a message popping up, that is a warning message from your computer that this site is not safe, right? And if you want to go with it, it may damage your computer's files or some of the processes, and if you can give the permission, so you can access it. But this is a type of a warning message that your computer gives, and it is with the help of an antivirus program, right? If we don't install the antivirus in the presence of a virus, then the virus will harm our data, delete the data, modify the files, or forward spam emails to us. So if we are not installing any antivirus program, right, then what will virus do? We even discussed in our previous slides that it will harm our data. It has the ability to modify our data, to make the changes in our files, even can delete our data and spread itself with the help of spam emails. In the latest MS Windows operating system, there is a built-in antivirus program called Window Defender, which will install with Windows installation. But nowadays, we don't have to go with the installation of a separate antivirus program, because now Windows have their own antivirus software, that is the Windows Defender. It is a built-in antivirus for Windows, right? And it get installed by the time of Windows installation. So this is how we are going to prevent our computer system. So this was it, friends. I hope you understand the concept regarding viruses. So viruses are malicious software that gets into our computer without our knowledge or our permission, right? And it can spread, right? It has various categories, multiple types, and how we are going to prevent our computer system from viruses with the help of antiviruses. I hope you like this video and you get some of the knowledge related to viruses. And don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. And we will even discuss such related terminologies in our next videos. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Till then, take good care of yourselves.